take a moment wherever you are and establish a comfortable place to begin this practice. Close your eyes and bring your mind to your breath.
Hi, my name is Meredith, and I am the Research Operations Coordinator here at Muse. So I'm here today to give you some tips on finding the best fit with Muse S, a fit that will get you through signal quality quicker and faster, and will get you results that are the most accurate. So before you fit the band, the most important thing to note is that there is an upright way to wear the band. So a good way to make sure that you're wearing it the upright way is to note that there's a power button on the pod. So it's this small sort of raised button. You'll want the power button to be closest to the ceiling or to the sky. And then you'll want these ear sensors to be closest to your ears or to the floor. Another great way to tell if the band is upright is this Muse logo just on the left side of the top portion of the band. So there's a couple of different ways that you can put the band on. People at the office have a variety of ways of putting it on. What we recommend that you don't do is that you don't pull on the sensors or pull the band overhead to fit it. Over time, that sort of yanking or pulling on the sensors can cause damage. So the way to fit the band that I'll go through today is good for people who have medium to long length hair. And the way that we found best is to start with the pod at the front. You can take a quick peek at the pod and double check that the power button is again facing up towards the ceiling. What we like to do is take the pod, pull it to the back of your neck, and then you take the clasp and you've got it at the front. So you've got easy access to fasten, and then also you're not catching any of your hairs at the front. You then grab the pod and pull it around to your front. You can even double check again, power button is still facing up. When you pull the band, you want to pull it with the portion of the band that's just sitting behind the pod. So you lead with that. You pull it up to about midway up your forehead, and then you take your thumbs and pull these side sensors up and over your ears. And then it's just a little bit of tweaks on either side. Eventually, you sort of find this sweet spot of the pod on your forehead. It's not on your hairline, so it's not up here, and it's also not on your eyebrow line, so it's sort of midway up your forehead. So the method of pulling the band up from your neck up to your forehead naturally pulls the hairs at the sides of your head up above your ears. But if you have medium length hair, you might sometimes have to do a little manual work to get the hair out. We found that the best way to do that is to take your right hand to clear the left ear. So you just grab the headband with your left hand, and then you take this right hand and pull it up and over, and that way you have a nice clear access to pull the hairs away from your left ear. You pull them sort of up and then back, and then you place the sensor back down, and then you do the same with the opposite. So left hand to clear the right ear. Again, you pull the hair up and then back, and then you're just making sure that the sensors are making clear, direct contact with your ears. So in order to get through signal quality, it's important that this pod is securely attached to the band. So a good way to do that is just to take your hand and rub it over the pod to the band connection. So you can just do this sort of smooth rub over, or you can take your hands and gently hug the outer wings that hold the pod in towards the pod. So once you've successfully got the band on your head and you can feel that the sensors are making direct contact with your ears, you'll just want to feel for the band's tightness. So if it feels in any way like it's squeezing your head, then you'll know that it's too tight. So you just want to take your hands to the back of the band and slightly loosen it. If it feels like it'll easily fall off or the sensors are going to move away from your skin, then you know that it's a little bit too loose, so you just tighten it slightly. The fit that you're looking for is this sort of gentle hug or a snug fit that's really lightly holding your head. So if after finding a good fit, you're still struggling to get through signal quality check, a good measure to take is to apply some moisture to the band. So best practice to do that, if you just have a glass of water close to your bedside table, is to take either a Kleenex or a cloth, and you're not applying a whole lot of water. It's just enough to bring a little bit of moisture to the sensors. So you're just running this Kleenex along the sensors on each ear, and then along the front here. Since it is a fabric band and you're applying moisture to it, it's just best if you apply the moisture to the sensors, and that way you're not putting a wet band back on your head. You could also do the same thing and apply the moisture directly to your skin. So like any Muse headband, it works best on skin that's not dry and that's clean. So applying this little bit of water may help you get through signal quality much faster. Last but not least, if you're wearing the Muse S and getting comfortable to do a go-to-sleep journey in bed, we know that getting cozy and comfortable in bed can take some time and can take some movement to get settled. So that's all totally fine. Take your time. But once you actually find the spot where you're going to drift off, just do a quick double check. Make sure that these side sensors are making direct contact with your ear. So that could just be a quick feel along your ear. And then just to double check again that the pod is securely attached into the band, and that could be just a quick raise of the fingers across here. After that, release your arms by your sides, close your eyes, and then drift off to sleep.